Feimster here, back on our Constitution, Article 1, Section 5, Paragraph 4, which deals with adjournments. This is what it says. Neither house, during the session of Congress, shall, without the consent of the other, adjourn for more than 3 days, nor to any other place than that in which the two houses shall be sitting. Understand that we covered adjournments a little bit in a previous paragraph in this section that calls for not having a quorum, but to do it for day-to-day, so for a small period of time, to go more or less to say we're done for today, we'll come back tomorrow, and you don't need to have a quorum for that. But this was, you have to understand at the time, people had to travel to go to Congress, large distances that would take time. So they wanted people to be able to go there, have their sessions, and not adjourn before the business of the session was done. And so that's why they had to have the 3-day rule for adjournment, that the other house has to agree. So if the House wants to adjourn for more than 3 days, the Senate has to agree to it, and vice versa. This really is not an issue now because they can leave on Friday, come back on Monday with flights to go back to their district. They didn't have those travel opportunities that they did back then because the technology wasn't there. And another thing, they wanted to have the House and the Senate meet in the same place because, as we will see, that in order to pass a law, both the House and the Senate had to agree on the same language for that law. And so they needed to have them in the same place. And they were thinking like, well, if you had the Senate in New York and the House in Philadelphia, it really wouldn't work. So they had to be in the same place. And now they built the Capitol building, and so on one side is the House, on the other side is the Senate. And that is how physically the two houses are. They're very close to each other. And they cannot adjourn except for, the agreement on the other. So, and that is really the last paragraph of Section 5. So, have a blessed day, and God bless America.